So today's video is going to be the TMI tag. Did it need that dramatic introduction? I think so. I think that this tag video has come and gone a long time ago, but I thought it might be fun to answer these questions and help you guys get to know me a little bit better. So I'm gonna try and answer these as quickly as I possibly can because there's 40 something of them and that's a lot. So question number one, what are you wearing? I'm wearing a plain black long sleeve t-shirt and this little leopard infinity scarf that I'm only wearing because I have foundation stains on my shirt, and plain dark wash skinny jeans from American Eagle. Ever been in love? Yes, I have. I am married, so I would hope that I have been in love. Ever had a terrible breakup? I would say yes, because at the time I was really torn up about it. Now that I'm older, I guess just looking back on it, I was 15, 16. I mean, I'm only 19 now. So I would say yes, I have had a terrible breakup because I was really, really heartbroken over it for a really long time, but it all worked out in the end. How tall are you? I am 5'4" 3/4. How much do you weigh? A lot. Any tattoos? No tattoos. I have not a single tattoo, which is hilarious because ever since I was about 15 or 16, I've been counting down the days until the day that I turned 18. I wanted so many different tattoos. And thinking about the ideas that I had for tattoos back then when I was 15 and 16, I'm so glad I didn't get those because I would already be sick of them. Any piercings? I have 2 on my ears and then I have this cartilage pierced, and that's it. Just my ears. OTP. OTP stands for one true pairing, which is referring to fictional couples, I guess in books or movies or TV shows or whatever. And that would absolutely 100% without a doubt, hands down, have to go to Nayli. That would absolutely have to go to Haley and Nathan Scott from One Tree Hill. If you've never seen One Tree Hill, I highly recommend it. It's on Netflix. It's incredible, it's amazing, it's fantastic. I really look up to Nathan and Haley in a way. I know that this is stupid, but I look up to them in a way because they got married when they were really young and they went through so much stuff. I mean, obviously it's fictional. It was cool to watch a couple get married so young and have to go through everything that they went through. Oh my gosh, if you haven't finished One Tree Hill, don't listen. It's nice to see them make it through everything that they go through in that show because they go through it. Oh my goodness, do they go through it. And they make it through to the end, and I think that's very inspiring. Favorite show? I would say it's a toss-up between One Tree Hill and Friends. Friends is absolutely, well, that's not even true. Full House is my all-time favorite show because I've been watching it for the longest. I never used to watch Friends when it was on TV. So Full House is my favorite show of all time, but probably then Friends. And then One Tree Hill. One Tree Hill is my favorite drama of all time. Favorite bands? I don't really listen to that much music anymore. I used to listen to a lot of music. I used to be very into pop, punk, alternative sort of music. And nowadays I've kind of been getting into some country music. He Is We, Favorite Drive. I've been getting into Selena Gomez a little bit. That's not a band, but band/artist. I love Francesca Battistelli. I love her. I always loved Pierce the Veil, Sleeping with Sirens, Secondhand Serenade. Hi, handsome baby. Something you miss. I miss my parents. That's not something, that's someone. What is something that I miss? Can I say home? I miss home. I miss where I'm from a lot. Favorite song? Favorite song of all time? I think that I would have to say my favorite song of all time is Fun 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 by the Beach Boys because I'm pretty sure I could sing that song before I could talk. My dad is obsessed with the Beach Boys. They're his favorite band. I vividly remember sitting in my car seat in my dad's truck on the way to daycare singing Fun Fun Fun. How old are you? I am 19 years old. I will be 20 in March. Zodiac sign? I am a Pisces. My birthday is March 15th and I am exactly like my sign. If you look up things about Pisces, me to a T. Quality you look for in a partner? Someone like my husband. My husband is very intelligent. He's very driven. That's one of the things that I love about him. He's very motivated. And I like the kind of man that's a little bit old-fashioned maybe, like chivalrous. Someone like my husband. That's a quality that I look for in a partner. Favorite quote? My favorite quote of all time is bloom where you are planted. The story behind that is kind of a long story, but The first time I ever heard that quote, I was in a place in my life where I was having to make some pretty big, serious, life-changing decisions. That quote helped me to understand that whatever I do, whatever decision I make, I'm going to find my passion, and I need to go out and look for that passion, because the passion's not gonna find me sitting on the couch. Oh my goodness. My passion totally found me while I was sitting on my couch. I was basically at a place in my life where I had just graduated high school. I was marrying my husband, and we had a lot of decisions to make as to where we were gonna move, what we were gonna do with our lives, college, work, school, you know, things like that. And my husband was doing something really great with his life, and I didn't know what to do with my life, basically, period. And so bloom where you are planted, it taught me that wherever you're planted, wherever life throws you, grow where you're planted. If you're in high school, or if you're already graduated, you know what that feels like. You know what it's like to be 18 years old and have to be making all these decisions about the rest of your life. It's pretty intense. And so bloom where you're planted just really inspired me to find what I love and find what I'm good at and run with it. Wherever I ended up, that was a long, arse answer. Favorite actor. I typically love anything that Adam Sandler is in. I love anything that Jennifer Aniston is in. I really love Bethany Joy Lenz, or Joy Lenz. Does she just like Joy Lenz now? I really like Joy Lenz, who is Haley James Scott on Winter Hill. I also love Jason Bateman, Jason Sudeikis, Charlie Day, The Horrible Bosses crew. That movie cracks me up. And the 5 guys that were in Grown Ups. I'm just talking about my favorite movies now. But those 5 crack me up also. So those are some of my favorite actors and actresses. Loud music or soft? I prefer soft music. Part of me wishes that I liked loud music, but I don't like not being able to hear what's happening around me. Plus I live in an apartment building, so I really can't play loud music. Where do you go when you're sad? I go to my bedroom. Yeah, I just go to my bedroom. I'm such a homebody. I don't go out very often. I like my house. My home, my apartment is where I feel the safest and the calmest and the most comfortable. So I go to my bedroom. How long does it take you to shower? That is TMI. Maybe like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It depends on like if I'm shaving, if I'm washing my hair. I don't wash my hair every single time I shower. So I don't know, it just depends. Anywhere from 5 minutes to like 15. How long does it take you to get ready in the morning? It depends on where I'm going. Today it took me maybe 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. But if I'm going somewhere important, it can take me an hour and a half to 2 hours. Ever been in a physical fight? No. Turn-ons. Again, I just feel like I'm about to list a bunch of qualities that my husband has. I love that he's driven, like I said. I like that he's humble. He's go with the flow. Most of the things that I like about my husband are things that I don't have, that I wish I did. So those are my turn-ons. Turn-offs. I would say my number 1 turn-off is when someone is very entitled. I can't stand entitlement. I cannot. I would say my other turnoff is maybe some dude is super nice to me, maybe he's super nice to his mom, but that guy that's rude to the waitress or the janitor, I can't stand that either. That's another major turnoff of mine. The reason I joined YouTube. I kind of touched on this a little bit already with my favorite quote, but I was at a place in my life where I was 18, I had just graduated high school, and I was basically just a housewife, and I love being just a housewife. That's my favorite part about my life. I love being a housewife, but it was sort of strange and sort of hurtful in a way to see all of my classmates that I graduated with going off and doing great things, going to college or working, you know, having a job. I didn't even have a job. I had nothing. I still don't have a job. I didn't have anything that I could call my own. I didn't have anything that I was passionate enough about to make a career out of or to go to school for. I was literally sitting on my couch. That's why this was so funny earlier. I was sitting on my couch, scrolling through Facebook. My husband and I didn't even have our furniture in here yet. We had literally just moved in together after getting married. And so I was laying on this little loner couch. My husband was on the computer and I was scrolling on Facebook on my phone, and I happened upon a makeup tutorial. Some girl was doing her makeup, and usually I just scroll past Facebook videos, and I caught myself watching the whole video. And I'll never forget this. This is so weird. Cam looked over to me and he was like, what are you doing? And I was like, watching a video about makeup. And he was like, oh, cool. And then I was like, I bet you I could find some more of that, because that was kind of fun to watch. And so I headed over to YouTube and I think I typed in makeup, the word makeup, in the search bar, and a Kathleen Lights video popped up. And from that moment on, I could not stop. And before that, I pretty much thought YouTube was for music. I didn't know that people made YouTube videos. And I especially didn't know that people could make a living by making YouTube videos. And so when I would watch Kathleen's videos, I watched a makeup tutorial, and then I watched another makeup tutorial, and then I watched another makeup tutorial, and then I saw something that said haul, and I was like, what's a haul? And I would click on that, and it was just, from there it just progressed, and I was introduced to this beautiful, wonderful world of the beauty YouTube community. And I wanted to be a part of it, so I joined. And in no way did I think when I started my channel that I was qualified to be teaching people how to do makeup, but I had learned so much from YouTube, and I just wanted to be a part of it. So I would say that Kathleen Lights 100% inspired my YouTube channel, and she even inspired me. I haven't even talked about this, but I just recently got my makeup artist certification. So I am officially a certified makeup artist. And I don't think I ever would have done this if it wasn't for YouTube. Going back to my favorite quote thing, bloom where you are planted, I feel like I finally did that. I got married and I was just a housewife, and I was just chilling at home all day with my dog, and I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, and I think I found it because I'm a certified makeup artist now. And I don't think I would have been able to say that without YouTube. So I'm very glad that I started YouTube. Oh my God, remember when I said that I was gonna try and answer these as fast as possible? Fears. How much time do you have? I'm afraid of everything. I am afraid of everything. I would say that my number one fear is dying. Not knowing how I'm gonna die or what it's gonna feel like when I die. I can't even talk about it for too long because I will get so anxious. I can't even think about it. Like, oh, dying. That's my number one fear. The last thing that made you cry. Probably something really dumb that I shouldn't have cried over. I'm absolutely a crier. I cry at everything. Probably a TV show. Last time you said you loved someone. Probably right now. Yeah, I just texted Cam that I love him. Meaning behind your YouTube name. My YouTube name is Hannah Jay Elle, and my first name is Hannah. My middle initial is J, and my last initial is L. So I spelled out my middle and last initial phonetically, sort of. So Hannah Jay Elle. Last book you read. I think the last book I read was, I think it's called Highlighted in Yellow. That was a great book. The book you're currently reading. I'm not currently reading a book. I am not a reader, you guys. I wish I was a reader. I'm not proud to say that I'm not a reader. I just don't love to read. And I really struggle to find a book that keeps me hooked enough to continue to read. Last show you watched. Shameless. I watched Shameless last night with Cam. That's the TV show that we are watching right now. We're watching it on Netflix. Last person you talked to, Cam. The relationship between you and the last person you texted. He's my husband. Favorite food. My favorite food of all time is chicken devon. If you've never had chicken devon, what are you doing with your life? Cam and I have chicken devon maybe once a week. It's basically a casserole where there's chicken, potatoes, and broccoli. A lot of people don't put potatoes in it, but I won't eat it unless there's potatoes in it because I love potatoes. But it's like cheesy and creamy and delicious, and it's fantastic, and I love it. Place you want to visit. My number one place my whole life that I've wanted to go is Paris. And I just recently got to do that. So I need a new place to go. I'm gonna say England. I definitely wanna visit England. Last place you were. Does this mean like last place I visited? Paris. Do you have a crush? Last time you kissed someone. Maybe like 4 or 5 hours ago, because I went to go see Cam for lunch. Last time you were insulted. People don't really insult me. I don't really get insulted very often. Wow, I have cool people in my life because I cannot think of the last time I was insulted. To be honest with you, the last time I was insulted was probably when my husband and I got engaged, because I was 18 years old, and I mean, some people in my life were not about me getting married so young, which is totally understandable. So that was probably the last time I was insulted. And that, I mean, that doesn't mean that someone straight out said something that was an insult to me. It just means that someone probably said something to me about how they felt. They probably shared their opinion, and I was probably a little insulted. Favorite flavor of sweet? What does that mean? Like flavored? I like cherry flavored things, or watermelon flavored things, or I don't like grape flavored things. Anything that's grape tastes like liquid cough medicine. You know that liquid cough medicine that you had to take when you were a kid that was like grape flavored? That medicine completely ruined anything grape flavored for me. I don't like grape flavored anything anymore. And peach, I love peach flavored things. What instruments do you play? Well, I played piano for a while when I was a kid. I took piano lessons. I was never very good at it, but I did take piano lessons. And then when I was in 6th grade, I played the trombone in band. And I never touched the thing again. I was also really bad at that. Favorite piece of jewelry? I'm gonna definitely go with my wedding ring. My wedding ring symbolizes everything that is important to me. My favorite thing about my life is the fact that I'm a wife. So I would definitely say my wedding ring is my favorite piece of jewelry. It's also one of my only pieces of jewelry. My only other one is this ring here on my right hand. And honestly, this ring is probably in 2nd place. It says love life. And then on the inside it says be brave. The story behind this ring might make some people uncomfortable, but this is my period ring. My mom gifted this ring to me when I was in 7th grade, and I basically made a promise to myself and to my mom and to God that I was going to remain pure until the day I got married. But I would say that my wedding ring is definitely my favorite. Last sport you played? I don't play sports. Last song you sang? Probably something by Frankie Ballard. I just saw Frankie Ballard in concert, and ever since I saw him in concert, I've been listening to his songs constantly. And I think it was Sober Me Up by Frankie Ballard. I think that's the last song that I sang. Favorite chat up line? Does that mean like pickup line? I think chat up line is an English thing to say. Americans say pickup line, I think. Am I totally wrong? My favorite pickup line is probably something from, what is that song called? It's by Steven Jerzak. Did anybody else listen to Steven Jerzak? So any of the pickup lines that are in the song Cute by Steven Jerzak, because that song is entirely comprised of pickup lines. Have you ever used it? No. Last time you hung out with anyone? I hung out with my friend Harley. Harley is a friend of mine whose husband works with my husband, so we went to go have lunch with them. So that is it for the TMI tag. I hope that it wasn't boring. I hope that it wasn't as long as I feel like it was. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and make sure that you're subscribed to my channel so you don't miss any future videos of mine. And until next time. Scratching on our hardwood floors, we have neighbors. Hello.